Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the beautiful channel here. It's midweek, and we are going to look into our favorite sector of all time, uranium. Oh, excuse me. And yeah, midweek. So let's dive into it. I know there has been FOMC this evening, um, and they were a lot more hawkish than expected. But again, to me, it's all talk, and they kept the rates where they were. So that's that. As always, follow me, Twitter, YouTube, like and subscribe. And yeah, if you have a question, anything, let me know in the comments below. I will happily try and answer them the best way that I can, really. So yeah, thank you for coming, guys. Let's look at uranium URA. As expected, we will go to the daily here for the midweek, and the weekly close, we will obviously be looking at the weekly candlesticks. All right. Still within this beautiful green uptrend. As mentioned, as you know, don't want to do too much history. We have broken that long-term golden 18-month worth of downtrend consolidation right here. So this is where we are. I've just noted something on the 1 hourly bull flag, maybe. I don't know. I think it's too soon, but anyways, it is there. You can see ever since we started to hit that here and had the spinning top here, the spinning top candlestick right there at the top of the channel, we have had some dojis and some red candles. So the pullback or the consolidation were expected, and we talked about this one with that we were going to see some with a high probability of a pause here, given that we were so stretched, way overbought on the daily RSI. Makes total sense. Nothing new there. Again, breakout here on the golden, retest, and boom, all the way up to the upper side of that green uptrend. Again, we can see a lot of things here. We can see a pullback all the way down, which will be fine. We can see more of a bull flag. So as long as we don't start to curl down here, then it doesn't look that good, I would say. But still made a higher high, as you know. Higher high here, higher low here. So I do expect a big launch here after this consolidation into the roughly 50s up here when we consolidate. And I actually don't mind like a month or so where we just go do nothing and then we go again. That would be preferred to create a base here, to create a lot of resistance or support for when we go higher. I hate to see these moves and then we just spike here again, then we have to someone gets scared. Again, URNJ at the all-time high here. Again, we only have 1 year, not even 1 year, like 18 months or so, 8 months, excuse me. And as expected, you know this, we talked about it. We came into the all-time high for this ETF, and you can see sellers coming in. Also note how stretched we are, right? To the 30 weekly. Again, makes total sense to have a pause here, and then before we do anything where we go higher, basically. The worst case, in my view, we go all the way down here at around 20. That would be my worst case scenario for now. Again, it depends on how we get there. But again, let's get some bullish consolidation here. Then we maybe go higher. Let's see. But I think again, if we will have a flag here, it will take 1 month, 1 month or 5 to 6 weeks time to create this base here, which will make. I wouldn't be surprised so if it happens. Spot price, just quickly for the new viewers here, long term. This is a beautiful monthly candle. You can see here taking out all this cluster here of resistance has been taken out by this candle right there. Absolutely fantastic. And yeah, it's just grinding higher again, getting somewhat stretched here. I wouldn't say stretched, but we are way above the shorter term. What's it called? Moving averages. So again, let's just get some sideways action here would be perfect, or even a retrace and then we go again. You can see here we are clearly trending again higher high all the way over here. We cleared these were the big ones at around 18, and they are cleared now, and it's has been a rocket ship ever since. Beautiful. Let's look at some ratios here. XLE divided by the SPX. So we want this one to go up. So this is the energy sector against SPX, and nothing new compared to last week. We're still in this green uptrend here. A tad down, I guess. Maybe like no, we're actually break even since we spoke last time. and we're still in this green uptrend here. So as long as we're in that uptrend, you don't do anything. Again, the 30 weekly is acting as support right here. Excuse me, the 30 daily moving average is acting as support as well. So let's see how high it can go. But at some point, it breaks down. That's just how it is. And then before we can go higher again. So yeah, still energy is outperforming. Again, this one we drew here when we started to break out to the upside, and you can just see how well it actually fits. Again, we're coming down to this low around here, where I expect we will get some sort of bounce in XLE against URNM. Also, if you see here, as I was saying before, we are kind of stretched right up to the moving averages. So maybe some sideways, maybe a bear flag, hopefully, and then we crash down again to this low here. And the target of when you break such a big triangle here, the big one is always this one here at the triangle, low in this case at roughly 1.7. But for now, it follows with this trajectory quite nicely. URNM divided by the uranium spot price again. One big arc is trying to be created here. I think it's losing a bit of a steam here. It gets a bit too grindy for my taste, but still we're way above this neckline, the blue one here. We have broken out from this long-term gold trend line beautifully, inverted head and shoulders, nice. And we are clearly outperforming the spot price here for URNM. So the URNM is the 100% pure play ETF. And if you want to invest into it, in my view, you go into URNM or URNJ if you want to have them, the juniors, more exposed to the juniors. Okay, that was a side note. Coming to the URA, the 70% uranium ETF. And you can see here clearly that it's not performing as well. You can see here compared to the URNM. And that's because this one here has a lot of solar stuff involved, and solar is getting crushed the past few weeks, at least TAN is. So this one here, I think, is all the solar stuff in there that is getting crushed, and we are back below this neckline right here, right? You can see the head and shoulder formations. There it is. And we are below, still above the golden, which is preferred. So hopefully we can start to bounce off the screen and then we go. That would be ideal, but this is not the best. But what comforts me is this here on URNM against the spot price. That's why I'm pretty calm actually. URA divided by the overall commodities CRB of the CRB, yeah. Look at this one here. This is the information that we're focusing on. You can see here, this was actually a bearish price action, and we snapped to the upside. You can see here, why is it bearish? Because we had a big move down. You can see here, bear flag or pricing wedge into a longer term sideways action, and we finally cleared it to the upside right there. So here we cleared it, and now we are in favor of the URA or the uranium miners against overall commodities. Nice. So as long as we're above this golden here, it's all fine. It's all very, very fine. And I would again prefer to just to stay here for like a month, and then we boom higher. That I would prefer that actually. URA divided by SPY, nothing more to add. Clear breakout of a 2-year triangle right there, and then have the extremes out here. And yeah, clearly, URA against the SPY is totally in control. I think for the next one, I will replace the URA with the URNM because I think that has more merit to give us a clearer picture. But URNM is outperforming even more the SPY. Again, you can see very stretched from the averages. And again, let's just get some pause here, some nice bullish consolidation, hopefully. And then we go again. Neckline broken here. There it is, a small inverted head and shoulders. This one here was a big breakdown where URA underperformed against the NASDAQ. We know the NASDAQ had a big run here until recently, and now we're coming up again here. But for now, this is, as you can see here, a lower low, and depending on what we do here, maybe a lower high. So we want this one to go as high as possible, and then maybe a dip, and then we can go again. That's the ideal. And yeah, please note this, how stretched we are to the moving averages. So Yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. URA. I will go to the weekly for this one because it's a longer time frame. Still, I really like to follow this one heavily. As you know, I explained it last video. Go check it out. We are going to have a fourth touch here for URA against Bitcoin, hopefully breaking out. I will do the URNM in the next video. Maybe it has already broken out. I haven't checked it, but URNM has overperformed URA, so maybe we already have a clear cut against Bitcoin. And I really want to have uranium outperforming the last 10 years best performing asset as Bitcoin were. That would be tremendous. Spot price, let's stay on the weekly, still just shooting higher here again. And hopefully we get like something like this again, right? Would be stunning here. I think we will this year touch, maybe take out, I don't know, but we will at least touch very close to the Fukushima high here at 73, excuse me, dollars per pound on the futures. That would be massive. Again, this triangle here were broken to the upside. You can see here retest, and then we went on again. Therefore, this high here in the triangle is often the magnet for the first move up, and then we might have a pause and then we go again. But that's typically how traders do. They have the targets here. That's the one target, and the second target is up here, obviously. And the final target for this whole structure. Alrighty, I will go to well, we are on the weekly. This is again uranium spot price against silver, and we are just trying to break out from this huge long 13-year long base here. You can see, woof, again just sitting there. I'm not quite sure actually if, given that uranium spot price has moved a lot, and silver is looking, I don't know how it has performed ever since they had this FOMC release. But before, gold looked very nice. Maybe that's not the case now. I don't know. But still, yeah. Let's see. We can't say anything. I want to have a clear cut here with high conviction, and then we can say, all right, at least now the spot price is outperforming silver. This is spot price against gold. And what does a clear cut mean? This right there is a clear cut, taking out multiple mega resistances and the horizontal coming across. Let's zoom in so you can see here. This one here, that's a clear cut, right? One big weekly candle last week, taking out everything. Again, we are very stretched now, so let's just hope we stay above here in this zone before we go higher again. So again, the uranium spot price in my book is outperforming heavily gold. And also, if you may know, there is a somewhat of a disguised head and shoulders right here. There it is. Boom. And if we were to do the measured move here, if we get that far, I haven't done it actually, so it's not, the neckline is not perfect, so keep that in mind. Then we could actually see some 100 and let's call it 50% outperformance by spot price against gold. Again, the only thing that I don't like as much with this chart is this here. We have a lot of peaks above the neckline here. Usually you want to have a tag and then we go again, or at least not peak above. But still, I think the head and shoulders or the inverted head and shoulders is very valid in this chart still. Good. That's all I had for today. This were midweek. Let's just see clearly on URA what happened here on the 1 hour there, which is still going down. Yeah, we opened up quite nicely. And then we're just coming down here. I don't think this will hold. Let's see weekly when the weekly close, but I don't think we resolve to the upside here. It doesn't look complete to me, especially looking at the daily here. This is not a bull flag. Yeah, anyways, that's my take. Good. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. As always, leave a comment and we will see you in the next one. And yeah, leave a comment if you want to. Have a great day, guys. Cheers.